morning, everyone, and thank you for waking up with me on Up with India. Today, I will be joined by actor, writer, creator, director, and producer Jahmar Hill, originally from Elizabeth, New Jersey, known for his award-winning film Last Love Lost, which he won numerous awards for, which released May 19th, 2015. He joins me on the show since releasing his second feature film, Fourth Quarter, which premiered on December 21st, 2018, and is available on Amazon Prime. Over the course of his career, he has continued to be a trailblazer in the film and entertainment industry and joins me on the show to share the passion behind his projects and what else is heating up in his world. And when I say I'm very excited to have him on the show, I truly am. Thank you so much, Jahmar, for being here. Thank you for being here.
So, how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm actually all shaken up right now because I just got done watching one of your films.
Oh, really?
And, yes. And when I usually intro my guests, I do say like I'm excited to have them on the show. And honestly, I really am. But for you made me feel some type of way. Like we have to have a conversation.
Fine. Good way, bad way.
I feel like there was a mirror put in front of me. And I feel like there was a conversation that was happening in film that I related to. And it just left me just kind of a little razzled. Like, wait a second. How did he evoke so much emotion out of me just by watching this film? So when I say I'm excited to talk to you, I really, really mean that.
I appreciate that.
So you are from Elizabeth, New Jersey, right?
Yes, I'm from
Elizabeth, New Jersey. Talk to me about, growing up in Elizabeth, New Jersey, where you're from. We're going to get into the film. We're going to get into my feelings and why I feel this way. But I want to start and learn a little bit more about you and introduce you to our viewers.
Well, my name is Jahmar Hill. First of all, thank you for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to come and be able to talk with you, share my gifts, my information, and show love as well. I was born and raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey. East Wick, everybody who knows Jersey, Elizabeth is one of the toughest cities to grow up in. Jersey, compared to Newark as well. This wasn't something I thought I would ever be doing, making movies. But it was God's plan, and I'm tearing it up. You know, growing up, it wasn't easy for me. I try to be so private about my life, but I kind of enhance it because I'm still humble, and man, just a single mom, older brother, older sister, you know what I'm saying? As everybody else have their issues, I try not to talk too much because my mom, she watch all my stuff. Act crazy if you want to. Right. But more or less, man, I mean, I grew up with a strong mother, what I'm saying? And she didn't play. So I grew up having my rough battles, but I grew up and became the man I am today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a focused person. So I mean, that's some of who Jahmar Hill is right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get more into that though. Oh, don't you worry. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. Mom, I know you're watching right now, but we got some questions we got to get across. But so you grew up in New Jersey. New Jersey is also the home of Whitney Houston. And as I was reading into your bio, I saw that you did grow up in the Baptist church. So you have like a church, a religious, spiritual upbringing. Talk to me about how that has kind of played a role in your life and transcended into the person that you are today.
I grew up when I lived in Jersey. I moved to North Carolina when I was younger too. So I East Coast and the South, a little taste of both. My mom wanted to get married, and my husband's family was very religious. And when I came in the family, they took me right in, and they're like, "Hey, you come to church with us every Sunday." And I'm like, "Okay." So I was 11, 12 years old. My stepfather, grandmother, and the great aunts, they made me very handy, which was like, all right, you go to school this week, then Sunday I got you, and I got baptized And I was just always in the church. I always was a guy who I felt the music, right?
Mm.
And I
Mhm.
wanted to sing. So
You wanted to sing?
I wanted to sing. I swear to you, I used to really get on stage. Like I really used to feel it, and I up on there and really go and get on the mic, man. It was so crazy, but
Can you sing?
I can. I can
Okay, okay, nice, nice.
sing. But it was just something that I guess that was in me. That was born and supposed to be inside of me. Being a
Mhm.
religious person, very spiritual. I mean, I'm not gonna say religious. I'm very spiritual, you know. But I don't know. It's a gift. It's a gift.
Do you think that it brought you a bit of structure that you may have not had when you were growing up in New Jersey? Did it kind of refine you a little bit more, keep you focused on things that you later on became passionate about?
Yes. Because without God, nothing's possible. And that's something that was shared throughout my life. And I always hear that, and I've been hearing this since I was young, and I'm a big believer in that. Without me, without my mom and I and moving to North Carolina, and I'm get a taste of that family oriented church base, I definitely think I don't know where I will be at.
Mhm.
No, I'm being so honest because I sit back now. I mean, you got me thinking now, to be honest, but I had my troubles growing up. I fought a lot, and but it was more about people messing with me, not me being, you know what I'm saying, or it was me defending someone. So I had my moments, but for the most part, I had my most fun going to church, Sunday school. You know, first Sunday, used to love that food. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? So I growing up in Jersey, I had to be independent early. You know, my mom was a single mom, like I said at the time, and it forced me to grow up because I had to watch myself. You know what I'm saying? I remember my first job, I was 11 years old, working on a corner store in Elizabeth, making subs and cleaning up the stores. You know what I'm saying? So the difference between the two was in Jersey, I had to do more independently. In North Carolina, I had more of help and guidance from
Right.
different people from different ages. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So the two definitely helped me shape to be who I am today.
And so from Jersey to North Carolina, and I'm sure you did not end up in California overnight. So how did you transition into the world of film and creativity? Because you said that was something that you never imagined you'd be doing. So how?
Well, I went to when I graduated from high school, I went to college in Mexico. I played basketball.
You was all over the world.
I lived a lot of places. I lived in New York. Um, But growing up, I was a basketball star, high school basketball star. I had scholarships from different schools. I wound up committing to school in UCF, which was University of Central Florida in Orlando, but my grades wasn't good, so I had to go to a JUCO school. And then I wound up going to school in New Mexico. And I seen my first ever movie being made by George Clooney,
Wow.
and I got the chance to be an extra. And I loved it because I was being myself, an energetic guy. You know what I'm saying? And I remember uh I remember talking with George. I was only 19 probably. Yeah. And he said this is he was speaking out loud or I don't remember, but all I remember is him saying he can't see himself doing nothing else outside of the acting world, the movie business. And then that just kind of put something in me, and I wanted to leave in college early. And I was working at, it's funny, I was working at Chuck E. Cheese. Um,
Really?
I,
I
was,
like
I was at Chuck E. Cheese, Kmart. I was doing everywhere I could to get a dollar. And I
that
knew
hustle.
that I could do more for myself.
Mhm.
And at the time, I was trying to pursue music. And I met this director named Rennie Wilson. He uh, he was the first person who ever believed in me as an actor. He used to tell me, "Yo, man, I'm telling you, you need to get on this. You need to get into this movie business, and he had me audition for his project. And man, that right there was so inspiring because I never had nobody believe in me before. Even though I may was like a dope basketball star, or I did music and won talent shows or whatever, but I never had nobody to push me and believe in me. And he was the first person to ever make me feel good about myself about doing something. And that inspired me to get into the acting world. And I just kept doing it. And I was getting booked for stuff in New York. I was getting booked and stuff in Atlanta. I was getting booked in Virginia. Like, I swear, like every weekend I was somewhere else doing acting. It ain't matter if I was an extra or whatever, but like I was getting booked and I loved it. And I took time out to continue doing it. And at the time I was working with autistic kids. And my client, Ryan, changed my life. Like, he helped me become who I am today. Because without him, and he's autistic, without him, I wouldn't be doing none of this because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I was still in the hood. I was still probably messing around with women and, you know what I'm saying? Just not, not knowing what I really wanted. And as I got into working in the field with autistic kids, different blessings started coming to me. And my life changed. And after I did fourth quarter, I was like, you know what? I want to take my career to another level. And what's another level? Coming to California, where it's difficult. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's not, everybody come here and want to get on. Everybody come here and want to be famous. Everybody come here and want to run a business. It's hard. It's difficult. It takes a lot of focus, a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of understanding. And I had to figure out how I was going to get in the door. So I started applying for Warner Brothers. That was my goal before I moved out here. It was like, man, I got to get hired at the studio. I want to work at the studio. I applied like 4 different positions. I got denied. Then I was like, I'm still moving to Cali. And I applied for autistic jobs and jobs, with disabled kids. And I got hired, but it wasn't the same. Like, the energy wasn't the same when I moved here in that field. It was more like a lot of kids were more mentally ill than autistic.
Wow.
And I don't want to, like, downplay no position and stuff like that, like a comparison, nothing. Because I don't want people to think that, but I just know the difference between the two states in that field. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I got to get out of this field. So I tried to apply again for the studio. And I was like, you know what? Let me be smart. What can I do? So I went and got my guard card. I'm gonna get in the door somehow. When I got my guard card, I guarantee you, as soon as I got my guard card, I applied again. I got a call from Warner Brothers like this. Can you come?
Wow.
Meant for me, because it wasn't meant for me being in office. Not an office guy. I can't sit down. I like to create and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So I got hired at Warner Brothers. I made my way, and I say probably like within 6 months, I got my first meeting with the senior vice president, Christopher.
Wow.
The script that I'm actually about to start working on now is called Change Your Heart. This movie, it deals with my life and my life of working with autistic kids. And I've been pitching it, and he loved the script. He told me everything. Like, man, he's a black man. He was like, I didn't come from you where you come from, so I don't really know the struggles, because he didn't have to struggle as a black man. He was like, but this is an amazing story. And he was like, but this is just bad timing, because we starting a new program for these type of scripts. Come back next year. So I don't know. I wound up getting a promotion at Warner Brothers, working on Lucifer in the production department. I made my way up, you know what I'm saying? And just breaking little barriers that I never thought I would do. So it's like, people don't understand, when you're not from here, they don't understand that. Like, they think like, oh, everybody cannot do that.
If they could, they would. I said if they could, they would, right?
It's hard. It's a struggle. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't got no help. You don't got people who believe in you. You got, and I'm very blunt. I don't sugarcoat what I want. And I think that's what probably intimidate people is because of my aggressiveness. Like I'm very aggressive on what I want, but in a business way, not a, like I don't want to waste my time. That's like me and you know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste my time interviewing if we ain't really building, you know, like you get what I'm trying to say. So it's just it was just a journey out here, and I'm blessed because I'm still making movies independently. You know, I build relationships with solid name actors, um, and I'm doing everything that I said I wanted to do. The only thing is, I haven't became a millionaire yet, but it's coming.
On the way to it, though, right? On the way to it.
And it's happening.
Have you ever dealt with what people have been talking about lately, which is imposter syndrome? Ever feeling like you know you have the skill set and the ability to do something, but you may feel like you're not qualified to be in the room? At any point in your career, did you ever go through those feelings and that those types of moments?
Honestly, no. Um, because I know where I'm supposed to be and I know who I am as a person. I think that's so important for you to know who you are and what you can do. I've been doing it before moving here. So moving here wasn't a make or break. You know what I'm saying? I already, excuse me, I already had 2 feature films already done, already complete, already out. I financed my own movie, put it in theaters. It was running in New York for a week. You know what I'm saying? I got distribution on a major platform. So independently with no names attached. So I don't think I ever felt like, oh, I can't do this or they can't do that. You know, is that your question? Like,
Yeah, I mean, some people speak on that because it's not that they don't feel that they can do it, but they don't think that they deserve the opportunity or they deserve to be in the room. So,
I'm,
what advice would you give to people that do struggle with that as they're trying to climb up the ladder and reach,
I,
suc-
I, I would say never doubt yourself because if it's a thought, you can do it. We don't think about it, you can't do.
right?
I'm saying? It's just you yourself got to see your vision. First of all, it's like you got to have a vision. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like this, and I get motivated because I'm like, yo, I'm in California. I'm in Hollywood. I work at Sony Studios where every movie is being made. You know what I'm saying? So it's me that's gonna hold myself back if I got a negative thought in my mind. You know, it's so easy to say, but that also deals with the type of people around you. It also deals with what you eating, if you working out, if you're being active, like all that shit so important to make sure like you eating good, you're around great positive people, you in great relationships, you're not getting distracted by false people because that's all part of the journey, part of the life, you know. But when you really find yourself, I think that's the most important thing that's going to help you secure anything you want in life. Finding yourself, believing in yourself, taking time out for yourself, being okay to be alone, understanding that everybody not going to support you. You know what I'm saying? It's just knowing the business and knowing who you are. That's going to get you to the next level.
Absolutely. Wow, wow, wow. You're dropping gems already. Thank you so much because you're motivating me over here. But I want to talk a little bit and pivot, for a second, and kind of bring back your first film, that last Love Lost. That's a tongue twister for me. But when you started developing and working on that film, what were some of the components that you had to bring together to make it possible? Because producing your first film is not easy, and it's costly. So let's talk about how that came together.
I had no clue.
Wow.
I had no clue. I just did it. It was a challenge. It was a challenge not just for me, but the same person that told me they believed in me doubted me. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It made me even more inspired to get it done. And I still think about those words and I still think about things and I still do it. But when I first did Last Love Lost, man, I was just going through a tough relationship with someone. And I thought this girl was like so Jahmar Hill, and she just turned out to be like the devil. And I feel like God do things to us for a reason. Sometimes he really tests us to see how bad we want things.
Mm.
Saying, are you gonna stop? Are you gonna keep going? Are you gonna let this stop what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know, a lot happened. I lost my crib at the time. Um, Man, shout out to Tony Belafonte, my sister, the leading actress. She won Best Film, won
Mhm.
numerous awards, numerous nominations for the movie. Um, my sister held me down at the time of doing this movie. My car got towed. My keys got stuck in the car.
What?
But everything that you could possibly think happened. Everything. My cameraman, I didn't even know the gist of having a full crew. I thought that one guy who shoot it do everything.
Was enough.
I didn't know nothing. So the guy, shout out to Joe Inslee, man. This man was he helped me in so many ways. He believed in me for one. I met him and it's the guy who shot the first half of my movie. Joe, I met him in Virginia. I was doing a movie in Virginia called Sloan. And then I wound up meeting him again on another production. And he was like, yo, you hustling, man. You hustling. He was like, everywhere I see you, I see your name.
Mm.
Like, I see you becoming really big soon. And I just asked him, like, yo, how does it work to do a movie? He was like, well, you got to have a script. I didn't know how to write a script. I hit my man, Nakia up. And I was like, yo, bro, could you help me write the script? He wrote Last Love Lost for me, a first draft, but the draft wasn't nowhere close to my vision.
Mhm.
So I just shadowed what he wrote, the format of it, and wrote my own story. And half of that shit you watch was improv. A lot of improv. Me, Tani, Tali, Clemens, was improv. Like, a lot of it was off of the top. I told him what I wanted with the words. I wrote some stuff down on a piece of paper. Like, that's how much magical this movie was.
And I felt it. And that's what I'm saying. It made me feel some type of way.
Mm.
You know, to to anyone who would watch that film that has ever dealt with domestic violence, that has ever dealt with a mentally, physically, or verbally abusive relationship, it just takes you to another, part of yourself, another dimension of yourself, because it's almost like you have the opportunity to look from the outside looking in, right? And so watching the main character and seeing just her trauma bond,
Yeah.
just seeing just her excuses, just seeing her pain, her struggle, the different things that she went through. It was so real and raw and relatable. And it, like I said, it really puts a mirror in the face of anyone who's been through that to know, wow, I look at her now, I look at that girl in your film and I say, wow, I want to save her. I
Yeah.
want to help her. You know what I mean? And it's just so amazing because if women or men, anyone who has ever been through something like that, if you take that same mindset for yourself, imagine just what you could do in your own life.
Yeah.
That film it's powerful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's
Honestly, I wish that I can get it on Netflix still to this day, because I think so many people will respect it.
yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out those strategies because I've been meeting people, but it's people thinks because of a date it's old, but it's not old. It's
No,
still
the message still stands.
you know. But I appreciate that, and I do. I'm happy that you took time to watch it and understand it, and I can feel your energy right now. So whatever you went through, I'm sorry you went through it. And I pat you in the back because it seems like you doing well for yourself. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? And don't stop. Keep going. You
Most
know,
definitely.
don't stop. You're a beautiful queen. So we're gonna make sure after this show we connect more and keep talking.
For sure. Most definitely. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I wanted to, share that with you because, like I said, I just know how many women will be watching this episode. And just the message that you put in that, I feel like you couldn't have written it without
Yeah.
really empathizing
Yeah.
with the characters that you wrote about. Talk to me about, how you kind of found the vision for the idea of the film in itself. Was it anything directed to anything you've ever dealt
Um,
with? Seen?
I do look at the time I was in the bed. I woke up like 3 in the morning. That's my number. My time I always wake up 3 in the. I was with that woman that I was telling you about at the time, and I told her I had an idea. I was like, "Yo, I had a dream. Like I did this movie and da 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 da." She was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make you the star. I'm gonna do it." And that's just a.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Trust me.
But I'm saying like that was my goal. But then once I started doing it, I started thinking business. Like you ain't no actress yet. Like
Right.
you. So that's another story. But but I think that the honest truth, it does come from what you grow up and you see.
Mhm.
It does come from what you hear. You know what I mean? Rather it's my mother arguing with my stepdad, my mom arguing with my real dad. Rather it's my uncle or my auntie. I feel like a lot of women in my family went through domestic violence, including my sister. I had to fight a couple of her dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I just know that's a big part of life. A lot of people go through that, and I wanted to really touch on some power. My first movie, I wanted to come and kick the doors in with. Like that was my goal, and um, and inspire and bring awareness to domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I don't. I'm a real dude, man. Like I'm so real, and I know people get mad, and people want to see the worst happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wish bad on nobody, even if they wish bad on me. Like I always want to see people win and excel in life, and I think that's why I'm still winning in life at what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But this whole domestic violence stuff, it just carries through generation. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of people. You seen your parents argue and fight. I don't, or a family member, or a close friend, or a girlfriend, or brother, or sister, and it's always within us. We just don't talk about it.
Mhm.
We just don't talk about it. So my encouragement is always to speak on what you're going through, because that's how you grow. You grow by speaking on your problems. You speak on what's going on. It's okay. I mean, nobody want to get nobody in trouble. I get it, but right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the hardest thing to do is put people we in love in jeopardies or harm's way. But sometimes you got to get out of this selfish way, and you got to speak on what's bothering you. That's important. You got to.
What I found ironic about the backdrop of the lives of the characters, particularly in that film, was that the main characters, you and the young woman who played that role.
Tiny
I'm sorry.
Her name's Tani Belafonte.
Yes, Tani Belafonte. Both of you were both going through something, tragic in your own lives, but it was almost as if, you were trying to save other people. You wanted to help her and she wanted to help these young people, and I found that so ironic because as human beings, don't we do that?
Yeah.
Talk to me about kind of the back, creating the backdrops of their lives. Was that something that was intentional that you wanted to display?
I feel that's how I grew up. I grew up hurt. And even though I was hurt growing up from a lot of things inside, I still wanted to help the next because I knew how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I knew how I felt. So even still to this day, people don't even appreciate some things that may happen. Like I give you an example. I may get somebody a role in a film because I know they've been struggling as an actress or whatever, and they don't show up. They don't show up and perform their best performance. They just, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna be late. If it was Tyler Perry, would you be late?
Right.
So to me, that's a slap in my face with things, And I'm not speaking on anybody particular. I'm just giving a example. I just know the importance is you got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? They say hurt people hurt, but hurt people also want to heal. You know what I'm saying? And the most important thing of healing is being okay to grow and help the next, so they don't go through the struggle. So with Tani, and who played Vanessa in Last Love Lost, she wanted to help these kids stay off the streets. You know what I'm saying? She was going through things. They witnessed this dude coming in the studio being aggressive to her. Vanessa, let's go. With the young boy like, Vanessa, you don't gotta go. And then he like, I'm okay, GJ. I'm okay, John. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see it in her face that she getting beat by this guy. And they don't want her to leave because that's who they have. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt it was so important to make people know you're gonna go through what you're going through in life, but you gotta keep it moving. You gotta still keep pushing. You gotta get up. You gotta push. Because that's the way to the top. That's the way that you heal from what you've been going through. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that was intentional in me writing that part. Everything.
You know, even with everything as you described that you were going through in the moment of creating this film, you still kept pushing. You still knew that this had to happen, irregardless of what was happening in your world. But how were you able to trust the actresses and the actors who are around you to help you bring this together? Because it's one thing to kind of rely on yourself and say, I know if anything, this is going to happen because of me. But when you have to rely on other people, how does that work?
Because I speak up on what I want, and I'm a leader. I'm a leader, and my energy speaks for itself, I can say. Honestly, I think that's another one of my gifts, is bringing people together naturally, organically. Um, Me and Tani Belafonte, we started off in acting classes together. I felt her energy. So when I had that dream, I hit her up the next day, was like, yo, I had a dream that you was in my movie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in that movie, I individually picked them. Like,
Right.
I seen them in my dream. I called them,
Right.
you know?
Mhm.
And I think in the beginning, because I wasn't a filmmaker, they didn't believe. Definitely Tani. I definitely thought I know she thought I ain't know she was, you know what I mean? Like, she like,
You have Lania Love, Tylee Clemens, Nakia.
Lania, my sister Lania, bro, she was a big believer from the rip.
Mhm.
She was a believer from the rip. She bro, whatever you need, I got you. Like, she was just always, she's still like that till this day. So shout out to Lania Love. Like, Tylee, that's my brother. Shout out to Tylee. Tylee just had a major heart surgery.
Wow.
Um, he's been going through a lot personally. And he's still fighting for his life. He's still fighting to recover 100%.
Mhm.
He's still showing love to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, on his bed right now. Like, that man is a walking angel. You know what I'm saying? Man, that brother been through a lot, and he's still fighting. So shout out to Tylee, man. That he's strong. Lives out in Boston. I still have relationships with everybody, man. I mean, that's when you know you did something special. That's why people see me promote that movie still to this day the most. I just posted it on my Instagram
Yeah.
because today was just another one of the moments where you just like, damn, like, I just got hit up. Every day, at least 10 people hit me up on my Facebook fan page. Like, I'm true, like, I can't make this up, and it just makes me feel good. Like, damn, this is how I want it to be. That's why I try to respond to everybody I can, just to thank them, and because you don't know what a person going through. Sometimes people want to just get it out their chest, like, damn, I was going through this too,
Yeah.
and watching it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm definitely still working on a part two for Last Love Lost.
Oh, okay.
Man, listen,
Like it.
important because after you watch it and you see Homeboy at the end, I don't want to give it away, but you
Don't
see,
ruin it for that.
no, I'm not, but you know what happens when he get to that get out. He
Mhm.
like, kill this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we want to know. but I can give you an idea since we're on your show.
Okay.
Tell you how we gonna transition to this. That
Tell me.
that brother comes home to be a preacher now.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? He comes home and be a preacher now, change his life around. And I had to switch it a little bit, and I had to make the woman the more aggressor in this one.
Interesting.
But
Interesting.
so I'm gonna tell you. So what happens now is Vanessa has she's pregnant,
Yes. We did see that towards the end.
pregnant with twins,
Wow.
right? But
Mhm.
she has a miscarriage, and that carries so much anger inside of her. She hates me. She blaming me for all of it. And I've been this guy who's been by her side forever. So now she mistreating me, calling me the homeless guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't without me. It just goes to there because in reality, I always try to write things that's really true. Rather it's a thriller, I want to write real stuff because sometimes we really be so in a dark place that we forget the people that's really been there for us. You know what I'm saying? So my messages in my film be so positive. I've been working on the script for some years. I haven't finished it, but I'm just giving you an idea of where it's going.
Mhm.
Um, and she's a big fan of Whitney Houston, and I've been wanting her to play Whitney for the longest, so I had to turn her into a Whitney in this movie.
Wow.
Part two, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's my sister. I want to see her win. I want to see her
Mhm.
accomplish her dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's who I am. When I believe in you and I mess with you hard, I'm gonna write a movie for you.
Right.
That's who I am. Some
Wow.
people don't see that vision. Some people don't understand it. Some people don't believe in genuine people. But
Mhm.
for the most part, I don't know if I got off topic. I don't remember the last question you asked.
No, no, it's fine. I mean, the people that you've worked with, we were kind of talking about them and the roles that they've played in your life and just being able to trust them as actors and actresses and thespians. It's amazing. You've been able to take them with you along your journey, winning multiple awards, Chelsea Film Festival, People Film Festival, North Carolina Black Film Festival. You know, when you were receiving these awards for these film festivals, what did that moment kind of feel like for you? Was it finally like I can breathe, I've arrived, or was it like, dang, we still got work to do? What feeling are you feeling?
All right, so I tell you, so the North Carolina Black Film Festival, right? They wasn't expecting me to come. I told them that I wasn't gonna make it,
Oh wow.
and um, I didn't know that I was gonna make it, and I was like, forget it, I'm going. So I drove to North Carolina with a friend of mine, and I never told them nothing. So when they was watching my movie, I was sitting in the back of the theater the whole time, and I heard a reaction like,
Uh-huh.
"Wow!" Like even when the transition part with my character, I heard the women. I heard, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard everything. I heard this one man's like, "If he don't take off them damn pants, he had I just heard everything." And I was right next to the guy who was talking the most trash, but
Wow.
he was talking trash, but he was talking in a positive way too, not like downplaying the movie. He was,
Right.
and once the lady they ended it and they was about to do a Q&A, like nobody was there. She was like, "Hey guys, unfortunately the director couldn't make it, but if you have a question, this is his social media. You guys can follow." Da da da. I was like, "I'm right here."
Oh wow, that was nice.
What the? And everybody turned around, started clapping, and I walked out. That felt so good, Queen. Like I felt, I felt, I felt like I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did it. So
Mhm.
even this conversation we having right now make me feel so good because, man, my struggles paid off a lot, and sometimes struggling is not even about struggling. It's really about learning who you are in your process,
Yeah.
how bad you want it.
Yeah. When was the last time you've had the chance to breathe and think about how far you've come?
Well, I just wrapped another movie like this past week.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I think about that every day. Like that's why I said when the fans or people hit me up about the movie, it just be like, wow, like it's amazing. Or when I go to work every day and I get to see Brad Pitt or I see like all these people that don't even know they about to work with me.
I like,
And like
I like that.
right now, like I'm watching you. I'm watching see how you work. Cause when I get that million and book you, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're gonna work. But every day I wake up and realize how blessed I am and how far I came, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my goals. Some people overlook what I'm trying to do or my hustle or may think otherwise, but like deep down inside I know what's coming, you know. Um so yeah.
Who would you say are some inspirational directors that have kind of influenced your work? Or do you not, some artists and musicians talk about not listening to other people's music while they're creating because they don't want to be influenced. What is your style? Are you influenced, or would you rather not be and you kind of just stick to your own thing?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm super, super inspired by myself, but I super, super love Tyler Perry's hustle.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be. And Antoine Fuqua, because he's definitely diverse like myself.
Mm.
He did Training Day, he did Equalizer, he did Antoine Fisher.
Yeah,
Like
I like that movie.
yeah, those like my favorite films. And I would say I work fast like Tyler and get it done. And I got stories like Antoine Fuqua,
Mm.
different. You know, Tyler Perry do have good films, but I think he's slacking on his production a little bit to be
Mm.
who he is. You know what I'm saying? Especially that sister show and all that. Like, it's just I ain't trying to down it. I don't never want to down
To
it.
be honest.
I'm just saying, like, I just think I don't know. It don't. I don't know if that's just his style of how he want his stuff to look, but it's just different. It just looks very indie, you know.
And what would you do differently?
I would hire some directors.
Like yourself?
No, it don't gotta be me. I would just hire people to do different things. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have that much power, it's about growing. You know,
Yeah.
um, he grew financially. That man's smart. He know how to get it. He know what he doing. You know, creatively, I think he I don't know, because I'm not a hater. Like I'm a big fan. But I'm just being honest. Like if I had a conversation with him right now, I would just be like, Tyler, I love you, bro. Like I do. I'm gonna tell you like this. I think you need to hire some other people. And I know I just seen something that he is doing that now. He's hiring up and coming filmmakers and directors and stuff to produce stuff. But I don't know. Are you a fan of his work?
I am a fan of his work ethic. I think I could agree with that. There's been a lot of controversy over the years in regards to the messaging that he puts out. Some people do not believe that it is the best depiction of the Black community, oftentimes. So I actually wanted to ask you how you felt about that. Do you think that in Hollywood, that there is enough variety and diversity of our stories, or do you think that we're still kind of being typecasted and put in the box of these same narratives that kind of been portrayed for years?
I think they're getting it. I think they're getting it. I think they're forced to put us in things now. Because every movie you see, they still gonna always have one or two black people. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that for years. But I think that they're starting to give us more, they're starting to hire more black people to be creatives, directors, bringing us along. You know what I'm saying? They have to. If they want to keep their money,
Mhm.
don't.
But do you think the story, the plots are diverse enough? It represents who we are enough, or do you think it's kind of just
Think that we have
you get
some
what I'm saying?
I think we have some great stories out here, but I also do think that it can be more. You know what I'm saying? It can be more. It could be more a lot of things. I mean, we could talk about it in every way. It could be more writers. It could be more actors. It could be more directors. Sometimes I'm tired of seeing the same faces. I want to see new faces and things. That's why I create opportunity for new actors. I want to see new faces. I can go ahead and try to get in touch with a Taraji if I want to, or I need those because that's what they say. They like, hey, you don't got no names in your project, but I'm like, so what? The project is amazing. You take my project Last Love Lost and you put it against the top 10 drama films on Netflix, it will stand on its own with no names attached. You know what I'm saying? So um, I think the business wise is definitely opening up more, only because I'm in a corporate world too. So I know and I see what's going on. And I see like Sony just got a new black president, Nicole Brown. She's a black. She's became the vice president of TriStar. That's a Sony company. The new CEO of Warner Brothers is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So things are opening up, and we're about to get a lot of things. So I've been stuck. Like I'm taking mine to Warner Brothers, nigga. You know, you know what I'm saying? But
Do you think that those opportunities are opening up now because of the social climate that we're in, and they want some more diversity and inclusion, or
plus they want us to fail. I'm sorry to say it. They want us to. They want to put us in that chair so they can feel like, oh, they're gonna fail. It's pressure, but they don't know us black people. We don't fold under pressure. You know what I'm saying? We work hard, and I love white people. I love white people. I love Mexicans. I love aliens if I see them. I'm just a realist. I see it for what it is. I hear it every day. I hear it. I hear the racist that goes on. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get into that because I'm still climbing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it happen. A lot of people follow me too, so y'all follow me. What up, y'all? I'm just saying, you feel me? But
you know what? You are absolutely right. You do have a love for all. I see the diversity in your film in 2018, fourth quarter. You had some different characters that had different backgrounds in that film. Let's talk a little bit about fourth quarter before we get out of here and learn more about where you are now and what you got going on.
fourth quarter was a thriller. Fourth quarter came from just a vision. I just wanted to write something different. It was a great project I did with my friends. I was able to get a whole school. I started an after school program. That process was I just knew everything that I do, I know what I want to do. So the whole school thing, Eastside High School, that's where they did the famous movie Lean on Me.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a blessing to even have that access to that whole school to myself. Like they gave me the key. We're gonna open it every day for you, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You got to be done by 7 p.m. every day for a whole month.
Wow.
So that was a blessing.
Yeah.
My cast, everybody was my friends in the film. So it was amazing to do it with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And that story just came from reality, I guess. You know, we always be the one black person that go to a white school. I wanted to change it up. A white girl come to a black school. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of made it like a Save the Last Dance with a Carrie.
Right. And a little bit of thrill.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to
Oh, man.
I had to mix it up a little bit, but it was a great film, man. That movie is just still finding a home. Right now it's on Urban Flicks, the new platform. My distribution company, I don't know what they doing. They just keep removing it from different platforms. I don't even be knowing. That's why I don't promote it, because every time I promote it here, it's not there no more. People like, hey, I can't find it. I'm like, okay.
It's still on Amazon Prime.
It is Amazon Prime to purchase, but it's not
Okay.
on to watch.
Right.
You could get it, but nobody watch DVDs no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but but yeah, that movie was amazing. I got my new film Sisters coming out. I should have sent you the trailer for that, but I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes.
When we hang up, that one is definitely gonna be a huge film. And I mean, I directed a lot of stuff, other stuff. I directed a horror movie, Lead the Procedures. That's on Amazon Prime. I didn't write that. That was just me directing, producing. I got a web series called Remember Wednesday, 9 episodes. That's doing amazing. I got a TV show right now that's being pitched to HBO called Uphill.
Mhm.
That's basically like a what's Issa Rae show?
Insecure.
That's like a male insecure. Basically, the name is just like me moving to California with my female best friend, and she got a stalker boyfriend who's a blood. Basically,
Wait a second. That escalated
I
quickly.
know I wanted the job, getting hired at a studio as a security guard, and this dude been stalking her. So I wound up checking him, and he never had nobody stand up to him. So I wound up working for him so he can leave her alone. So now
Mm.
selling drugs to the execs at the studio.
Oh my
Um,
God.
huh?
I said, oh my God.
Yo, it's real dope. It's a real dope show, man. I'm really excited about it. Like, if I don't get something soon, I'm about to shoot it myself and just put it out, man. Because there's so many platforms now. You don't gotta wait for nobody. Anybody.
Yeah.
So, um, it's a dope show, man. I really, really feel good about it. I just really just want a home for it, and I really want the capital because I don't want to keep spending my bread doing it, but I got to because I ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, yeah. You know, looking at everything that you've done just within the past couple years, really, sinking your teeth into your career, when you think about the next 5 to 10 years of your life, Jahmar, honestly, I want us to like one day just roll this tape back and you listen to these words that you're about to say. What advice or what would you want to tell your future self? You know what I mean? As far as where you believe you're going to be, the things that you believe that you're going to achieve and accomplish, what would you say?
I would say, Jamar, keep up the good work, man. You came a long way. Don't stop. You're a multi-millionaire, about to be a billionaire. Continue to be humble. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to speak to myself, but that's all I can say is keep up the good work because I know I'm not gonna stop. This is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be pulling the next person in. As soon as you hear Jahmar Hill Production close a multi-million-dollar deal,
Yes.
you're gonna hear Jahmar Hill Production producing 20 new movies. And that's me pulling up the other filmmakers I see already climbing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that instantly. That's how it's supposed to be. People don't do that, man. Man, that's why I said don't let me get on here talking because they watching. Like I got a lot of execs that's on my page, and don't understand how I ain't got no deal with them yet because they watching. Like, you know what they like? Oh, nothing. I talk to you off this line.
We'll talk.
Oh,
We'll talk. Listen, I had so much fun with you on the show. My goodness, Jahmar, thank you so much for being here, joining me, dropping gems, and showing love to our audience here in Delaware. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you all follow me, Jahmar Hill, JAHMARHILL. Make sure you all go check out my films, Last Love Lost, Fourth Quarter, Lethal Procedures, everything you could think of. Just Google me. You will come up.
Sure will. Thanks so much, Jahmar. See you later.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
And thank you to all of you for watching. Of course, for more news, updates, and information, you can always head back here and hang out with me on Up with India at WITN 22 Wilm. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.